מה טובו, מה טובו, מה טובו אוהליך יעקב.
משכנותיך ישראל,
משכנותיך ישראל, בנים ברוך חסדך, אהבו ביתך, אשתחווה, אשתחווה, אליך קודשך, ביראתך, אליך קודשך, ביראתך, יראתך. אדוני אהבתי מיד ביתך, ומקום משכן כבודך, ואני אשתחווה ואכרע אברך לפני אדוני עושים. ואני תפילתי לך אדוני, את רצון אלוהים, ברוב חסדך ענני באמת אישך, באמת אישך.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome everyone to our online service for this Shabbat Emor. May the doors of our virtual synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this virtual synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness and harshness. And may the door of our online synagogue be for all who enter the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. Our service is once again taken from the Mishkan Tfilah, our Siddur of the Reform movement here in South Africa. The link, therefore, if you want to use the online edition, is just below, and we'll begin our service on page 194 with the blessings for our body, and then followed by the blessing for our soul and the blessings for the daily miracles. Welcome, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר יצא את האדם בחוכמה וברא בו נקבים חלולים גלוי וידוע לבני כסה כבודך שאם יבטח אחד מהם או יסתם אחד מהם אי אפשר להתקיים ולעמוד לפניך.
ברוך אתה אדוני רופא כל בשר ומפליא לעשות.
Eloi, Eloi, neshama
שנתת בי טהורה היא.
אתה בראת, אתה יצרת, אתה נפחת בי. ואתה משמרה בקרבי.
אלוהי, אלוהי, נשמה שנתת בי טהורה היא.
ברוך אתה אדוני אשר בידו נפש כל חי ורוח כל בשר איש. Blessed are you, eternal one, in whose hand is every living soul and the breath of humankind. The blessings, they remind us of the daily miracles, those little things we often have the tendency to overlook. They are to be found on page 198 and the following pages. And please join us as we read them responsively. Feel free to browse through the English words or also to read those wonderful short texts on page 199 or 201 all the time on the opposite page. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לך שדה בינה להבחין בין יום ובין לילה.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם פוקח עברים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם מתיע אסורים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם זוקף כפופים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם חוקה הארץ על המים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המכין מצעדי גבר.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם מלביש ערומים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם הנותן לעייף כוח.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המעביר שינה מעיני ותשלומה מעפרפר.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שעשני בצלם אלוהים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שעשני בן חורים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שעשני ישראל.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם עוזר ישראל בגבורה.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם עוטה ישראל בתפארה.
Amen. Page 203. I'm a Jew because the faith of Israel demands no abdication of my mind.
I am a Jew because the faith of Israel requires all the devotion of my heart.
I'm a Jew because in every place where suffering weeps, the Jew weeps.
I am a Jew because at every time when despair cries out, the Jew hopes.
I'm a Jew because the word of Israel is the oldest and the newest.
I am a Jew because Israel's promise is the universal promise.
I'm a Jew because for Israel the world is not completed, we are completing it.
I am a Jew because for Israel humanity is not created, we are creating it.
And I'm a Jew because Israel places humanity and its unity above the nations and above Israel itself.
I am a Jew because above humanity, image of the divine unity, Israel places the unity which is divine.
And we'll make a little jump to page 212 for the Baruch Shema. ברוך שמר והיה העולם,
ברוך הוא,
ברוך חוזר בראשית,
ברוך שמו,
ברוך אומר ועושה,
ברוך הוא,
ברוך גוזר ומקיים,
ברוך שמו,
ברוך מרחם על הארץ,
ברוך הוא,
ברוך מרחם על הבריות,
ברוך שמו,
ברוך משלם זכר טוב לרעיו,
ברוך הוא,
ברוך חי לעד וקיים לנצח,
ברוך שמו,
ברוך פודה ומציל, ברוך הוא,
ברוך שמו,
בשבחו ובזמירות נגד לך, ונשברך ונפארך ונזכיר שמך ונמליכך מלכנו אלוהינו, יחיד חי העולמים, מלך משובח ומפואר, עד עד שמו הגדול.
ברוך אתה אדוני, מלך מהולל בתשפחות.
מזמור
שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, באמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בחינו. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון. כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך עלני. מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון.
Hallelujah, 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 el berkocho. Hallelujah, hallelujah, pikia ozo. Hallelujah, bikurota. Hallelujah, care of good Lord. Hallelujah, beteka shofar. Hallelujah, ben nevel vechinot. Hallelujah, ben tofu machol. Hallelujah, beminim ve'ugav. Hallelujah, hallelujah, betzilzelei shama. Hallelujah, hallelujah, betzilzelei Joah. Kol
the soul of everything alive bless your name, eternal our God. And the spirit of all flesh glorify and exalt your name forever, O sovereign. Transcending space and time, you alone are God. We have no sovereign besides you. God of the first and the last, God of all creatures, God of all generations, who is praised in a multitude of praises, who guides the world with abundant loving kindness, and all creatures with mercy. The Eternal One neither slumbers nor sleeps. God awakens the sleeping, arouses those who slumber, and gives speech to the mute. And God loosens the bond of captives, supports the fallen, and strengthens those who are bent over. You alone do we acknowledge. Even if our mouth were full of song as the sea, and our tongues full of joy as countless waves, and our lips full of praise as wide as the skies expanse, and were our eyes to shine like sun and moon, if our hands were spread out like heaven's eagles, and our feet swift like young deer, we could never thank you adequately, Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors, to bless your name for 10,000s and the many myriads of times you granted favors to our ancestors and to us. Page 222. O God, in the power of your strength, great in the glory of your name, mighty forever, awesome in amazing deeds, the ruler who sits on a high and exalted throne. Shochen ad mahom vekadosh shemo v'chatuv hanetzut tzadikim b'Adonai la'yasherim nava te'ilah befihi sharim tithalal uvdivrei tzadikim titbarach uv'lshon chasidim תתרומם ובקרב קדושים תתקדש ומקלות רבבות עמך בית ישראל ברינה יתפאר שמך מלכנו בכל דור ודור ישתבח שמך לעד מלכנו המלך הגדול והקדוש בשמיים ובארץ כי לך נאה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו שיר שבח הלל וזמרה עושה ממשלה נצח גדולה וגבורה תהילה ותפארת קדושה ומלכות ברכות והודאות מעתה ועד עולם. ברוך אתה אדוני אל מלך גדול בתשבחות, אל ההודעות אדון הנפלאות, הבוחר בשירי זמרה, מלך אלכי העולמים. Praised are you, sovereign of wonders, crowned in adoration, delighting in song, eternal majesty. And one of those wonders we praise every day, every morning, is the creation of light. That God is the source of light in a spiritual way, but also in a very physical way. So on page 228, we have this wonderful blessing about the creation of light by the Eternal. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer or uborei choshech oseh shalom shalom uborei et hakol yotzer Shalom, shalom, ובורא את הכל.
חושך, עושה שלום, שלום, ומורה את הכל.
You are praised, who rolls out the rough, raw clay of the universe into delicate vessels of light, and from nothing at all we could perceive in a world that has turned old, a shimmering new creation right before our eyes, made this moment just for us.
How much our life reveals your presence, how much Torah unfolds from each new flower, from each new wave that breaks upon the sea. You are praised, who form from the clay the cloak of our lives, the delicate vessel which contain our light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzei HaMe'orot.
Ahava Bahavtanu, Adonai Eloheinu, Chemla Gedola B'Tira, Chamalta Aleinu. Ba'avu Avoteinu, Ba'avu Imhoteinu, Shebatru Becha, Vatlamdem Chukei Chayim. Ken techonenu od lamdenu, Hamrachem Rachem Aleinu. ותן בליבנו להבין ולהשכיל לשמוע, ללמוד וללמד, לשמור ולעשות, ולקיים את כל דברי תלמוד תורתך באהבה. והערננו בתורתך, ודבק ליבנו במצוותיך, ויחל לבבנו לאהבה וליראה את שמך, ולא נבוש, ולא ניכלם, ולא ניכשל, לעולם ועד, כי בשם קודשך הגדול והנורא בטחנו, נגילה ונשמחה, נגילה ונשמחה בשועתך. Gather us in peace from the four corners of the earth and lead us upright to our land. For you, O God, work wonders. You choose us, truly you draw us near to your great name, that we might acknowledge you, declaring you one in love.
Baruch atah Adonai, habocher ba'amo Yisrael be'ahava.
And I invite you for a short moment to leave everything which surrounds you, just to embrace the eternal, the unity with God, and we confirm, we bear witness to this experience, to this unity. The Shema recited by Leroy for us.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך וקומך, וקשרתם עוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים אלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
True is the eternal teaching to us, beloved and precious, awesome, beautiful and good. The God of the universe is truly our sovereign, the rock of Jacob, our protecting shield. O God, you endure through all generations, your name persists, your throne is firm, your sovereignty and faithfulness lasts forever. Your words live and endure, faithful and precious for eternity.
From Egypt you redeemed us, freeing us from bondage. For that your beloved sang praise, exalting you. Your dear ones offered hymns, songs, praise, blessing, and thanksgiving to you as sovereign, the living and enduring God. High and exalted, great and awesome, God ever humbles the proud, raises the lowly, frees the imprisoned, redeems the afflicted, helps the oppressed, answering our people when we cry out. Praise to God Most High. Blessed is God and deserving of blessing. In great joy Moses, Miriam, and Israel responded with song to you, all of them proclaiming,
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha neda b'kodesh, Noah tehilot osef eleh.
שירה חדשה שיברו גאולים לשמך על שפת הים יחד. כולם הודו והמלוכו ואמרו
Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed.
Zu Yisrael kuma bezat Yisrael uvdei chinomecha Yehuda veYisrael go'aleinu Adonai tzeva'ot shemo kadosh Yisrael baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. And now the Amidah, led by our choir, mainly by our choir, and I invite you to read along, just to listen to the words or to pray the words of your heart.
Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi yagitei latecha. Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi yagitei latecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Elohei Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל. מחכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתי אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומדום מלך, מלך ממיד ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. נקדש את שמך העולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאיך, וקרא זה אל זה, ואמר,
קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ כבודו.
אדיר אדירנו, אדוני אדוננו, מה אדיר שמך בכל הארץ.
ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו.
אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו, והוא ישמיענו ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון לדור ודור.
לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. ושפרך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ביני ובין בני ישראל. אותי לעולם, כי
אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, רצה ומחתנו, קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך. שבענו מטובך ושמחנו בשועתך. וטהר ליבנו, וטהר ליבנו, וטהר ליבנו לעובדך באמת. וטהר ליבנו, וטהר ליבנו, וטהר ליבנו לעובדך באמת. Nein, 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 hoi! Nein, 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 ותהל ליבנו, ותהל ליבנו, ותהל ליבנו לעובדך באמת. והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה וברצון שבת קודשך, והנוחובה ישראל מקדשי שמך, ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
R'tzei Adonai Eloheinu be'amcha Yisrael, u'tfilatam me'ahava tekabel, u'tivei ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael.
ועל כולם יתברך ותרומם שמך מלכנו תמיד לעולם ועד. וכל החיים יודו הסלע, והללו את שמך באמת האל ישועתנו ועזרתנו סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך ולך נאה להודות. שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים עלינו והכל ישראל עמך. בחנו אבינו כולנו כאחד באור פניך, כי באור פניך נתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו. תורת חיים ואהבת חסד, וצדקה וברכה ורחמים וחיים ושלום, וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני, המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. We have a short moment for our private prayers and meditations. Isn't it beautiful to see and to hear our choir? And of course you can see that this is a production over several weeks and months, and so we can see that we all change and that time is not standing still even we are in a lockdown. I want to use this opportunity to, of course, thank our choir, but everyone who contributes to our services. And if you like to contribute by reading a prayer, by singing one of the wonderful poems and praises we have, please feel free to contact me, and I'm happy to include you in the service, as I've done now for our Torah service. We will hear the Torah reading by Shira Arcus, and we will have Diane McCall giving us an idea, a Dvar Torah, about our Torah portion, which is called Emor, to say. And Diane McCall will give us a very interesting way into the Torah portion, so that we can find a deeper meaning in it. We will first hear at the beginning of the traditional Torah service, Av HaRachaman, source of mercy, where we ask God's blessing on our studies of the Torah. So we are on page 362 in our Sidurim, and then we will recite together the blessing for the Torah study, and we'll listen afterwards directly to Diane McCall. First, Av Harachaman, our choir. Blessing of the Torah study. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. And now Diane McCall with her introduction to Parashat Emor.
Tucked away near the end of this week's parasha is the much maligned and misunderstood verse, fracture for fracture, eye for an eye, and tooth for a tooth. This verse has been used by many to suggest that Judaism reflects a vengeful and ruthless code of law. But given the following verses, it seems more likely that this implies that the punishment cannot exceed the severity of the crime. Later on, we read, the Israelites are commanded to execute justice impartially. You shall have one standard for stranger and citizen alike, for I, the Eternal, am your God. But this week's parasha Emor opens with prescriptions and proscriptions for religious obligations, rights, and limitations. The opening line repeats the verb to say, lemor, in several grammatical forms. This emphasis on saying at the beginning of this parasha is indicative of the significance of oral transmission or teaching of tradition by parent to child from one generation to the next. The opening section of the parasha is dedicated to laws aimed at preserving the ritual purity of the priesthood. Chapters 21 and 22 present a laundry list of do's and don'ts. Who among the descendants of Aaron can act as priests and who can't? What physical deformities exclude those born into the priestly caste from performing priestly duties? And what effect the behavior of family members has on a priest's eligibility for the priesthood? Some of these proscriptions, from the perspective of the 20th century, may seem harsh. It is hardly the fault of the blind or the hunchback that they are the way they are. These regulations are evidence of a social mechanism to control all aspects of the priesthood, from lineage descent to physical appearance, and to present an ideal of perfection. And before we get too judgmental about this, let's remember that even our modern society dictates what beauty is and what perfection is. But the section of the parasha that addresses the festivals and the fixed times of the religious calendar are perhaps more relevant for us today. While in ancient times the Chagim of Pesach, Shavuot and Sukkot had their roots in the agricultural cycle, in the time of the Second Temple, these annual pilgrim festivals contributed to the fiscus of the temple and the upkeep of the priesthood. But equally important, the fixed times of the Eternal, as laid out in Parshat Emor, served as community builders. Interestingly, first mentioned in the list of the fixed times of the Eternal is Shabbat, once again emphasizing that this weekly sacred occasion is kept by all, is meaningful to all, a day of rest for all. The parasha continues with specifics for Pesach, the Omer, Shavuot, Yom Kippur and Sukkot. And together with the type of sacrifice to be brought to the temple on each occasion is the instruction that these festivals are to be solemn gatherings, meaning a time of socio-religious togetherness. These festivals were to be observed as a community. People were to gather outside their homes to perform communal religious duties, and the effect of these solemn gatherings was to create cohesion and a sense of unity for communities, often agrarian and separated from their urban brothers and sisters. After the destruction of the Second Temple, the synagogue became the focal point for communal religious expression, and it is here that for millennia Jews have congregated to fulfill the obligation to Zachor v'Shamor, to remember and safeguard those religious, sacred traditions, and to pass these down from parent to child, from generation to generation. And there is a poignant irony that in 2020 we have been unable to gather together to observe and to celebrate our festivals like Pesach and the upcoming Shavuot. We have had to settle for virtual gatherings for communal prayer and religious expression. The sense of distance and separation is emphasized even more by the ubiquitous face masks that we see on our infrequent forays into the world outside our homes. We are thankful that we have the technical know-how to be together even while we are apart, and that we can do this while keeping ourselves and others safe from this invisible danger. Not all communities are this lucky. But this will end. The time will come when we will be able to gather as a congregation again, and perhaps this time of separation will make us all more appreciative of being able to gather and be together face to face. Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Stay safe. Tucked away near the end of this.
Thank you so much to Diane McCall for sharing those thoughts with us. If you don't know, if you haven't had a chance to meet Diane McCall, she is our teacher, our Cheder teacher, Hebrew teacher, and also is part of the administration of the congregation. So thank you for sharing those insights and this expression of hope at the end, that we will all come back together to celebrate as a community, also in a physical way, by being together, those sacred times mentioned in our parasha. We have now Shira reading for us a short part of our Torah portion, the beginning, of Parashat Emor, Leviticus 21. If you have a plowed edition in front of you, we're on page 819. If you use the online edition, just check for Leviticus chapter 21. It is available on Sparia as a free copy, or the plowed itself is also available as a download for Kindle, so that you can also read the wonderful commentaries on the parasha. We have now Shira with her reading of Parashat Emor.
Vayomer Adonai el Moshe, Emor el HaKohanim b'nei Aharon, ve'amarta alehem lenefesh lo yitama be'amav, ki im lishero hakarov elav le'imo ule'aviv v'livno u'levito le'achiv. V'le'achoto habetula hakrova elav asher lo hayta le'ish la yitama ba'a be'amav lehechalo lo yikrechu karcha berosham ufat sekanam lo yigalechu Uviv saram lo yisretu saratet. Kedoshim yihiyu le'elohehem velo yechalelu shem Elohehem, ki et ishe Adonai lechem Elohehem hem Makrivim v'hayu kikodesh, isha zona v'chalela lo yikachu, ve'isha grusha meisha lo yikachu, ki kadosh hu le'elohav. Ve'kidashto ki elechem Elohecha hu makriv, Kadosh yelach, ki kadosh, ani Adonai mekadishchem. Uvat ish Cohen, ki techel liznot, et avia hi mechalelet, be'esh tisaref. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the priests, the son of Aaron, and say to them, none shall defile himself for any person among his kin, except for the relatives that are closest to him, his mother, his father, his son, his daughter, and his brother. Also for a virgin sister close to him, because she has not married, for her he may defile himself. But he shall not defile himself as a kinsman by marriage, and so profane himself. They shall not have smooth any part of their heads, or cut the side growth of their beards, or make gashes in their flesh. They shall be holy to their God, and not profane the name of their God. For they offer the Lord's offerings by fire, the food of their God, and so must be holy. They shall not marry a woman defiled by harlotry, nor shall they marry one divorced from her husband, for they are holy to their God. And you must treat them as holy, since they offer the food of your God. They shall be holy to you, for I, the Lord, who sanctify you, am holy. When the daughter of a priest defiles herself through harlotry, it is her father whom she defiles. She shall be put to the fire. V'hakohen hagadol mechyav asher yitzak el rosho shemen hamishcha umile et yado lilbosh et habegadim et rosho lo yifra ובגדיו לא יפרום. ועל כל נפשות מת ולא יבוא, לאביו ולאמו לא יטמא, ומן המקדש לא יצא ולא יחלל את מקדש אלוהיו, כי נזר שמן משחת אלוהיו, עליו אני אדוני, והוא אישה בבתוליה ייקח, אלמנה וגרושה וחללה זונה, את אלה לא ייקח, כי אם בתולה מימיו ייקח אישה, ולא יחלל זרעו בעמיו, כי אני אדוני מקדשו. The priest who is exalted above his fellows, on whose head the anointing oil has been poured, and who has been ordained to wear the vestments, shall not bare his head or rend his vestments. He shall not go in where there is any dead body. He shall not defile himself even for his father or mother. He shall not go outside the sanctuary and profane the sanctuary of his God, for upon him is the distinction for the anointing oil of his God, mine the Lord's. He may marry only a woman who is a virgin, a widow or a divorced woman, or one who is degraded by harlotry, such he may not marry. Only a virgin of his own kin may he take to wife, that he may not profane his offspring among his kin, for I, the Lord, have sanctified him. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor, daber el Aharon lemor, ish mizar'acha ledorotam, asher yevo mum lo yikrav lehakriv lechem Elohav. Ki chol ish asher bo mum lo yikrav, ish iver o fisech o charum o sarua, o ish asher yevo shever regel o shever yad, o giben o dak o tivalul beino, o garav o yalefet o mirach ashech, kol ish asher bo mum mizera Aharon HaKohen lo yigash lehakriv et ishe Adonai mum bo et lechem Elohav lo yigash lehakriv lechem Elohav mikodshe hakodashim umin hakodashim yochel. Ach el haparochet lo yavo, vel hamizbeach lo yigash kimum bo, velo yechalel et mikdashai, ki ani Adonai mekadsham. Vaydaber Moshe el Aharon ve'el banav ve'el kol bnei Yisrael. The Lord spoke further to Moses, "Speak to Aaron and say, no man of your offspring throughout the ages who has a defect shall be qualified to offer the food of his God. No one at all who has a defect shall be qualified, no man who is blind or lame or has a limb too short or too long, no man who has a broken leg or a broken arm, or who is a hunchback or a dwarf, or who has a growth in his eye, or who has a boil scar, or scurvy, or crushed testes. No man among the offspring of Aaron, the priest who has a defect, shall be qualified to offer the Lord's offering by fire. Having a defect, he shall not be qualified to offer the food of his God. He may eat of the food of his God, of the most holy as well as of the holy. But he shall not enter behind the curtain or come near the altar, for he has a defect. He shall not profane these places sacred to me, for I, the Lord, have sanctified them. Thus Moses spoke to Aaron and his sons and to all the Israelites.
Wow, what a text. It's very difficult really to take that all in and not to perhaps jump already around for those emotions that might, with our understanding of equality, so that we can hold it for a moment. So it's not easy, and I understand this. While many focus when they start reading Parashat Emor, also in conjunction with our Haftarah, to see how those regulations about mourning and whom a priest, but also we understand, are so close to us that we are allowed or that we are considered mourners, is still the practice of today. Other things had an impact on how Judaism related to the role of women, for example, in the priesthood, but also in the question who a descendant of the priestly class is still today allowed to marry and not. Just right from the beginning, progressive Judaism has, of course, a different view, as we don't consider the priestly class as a valid separation of the Jewish people. So we might recognize that someone is out of tradition, a descendant of the priestly family, so bears the name Cohen. We don't think that it grants this person any privileges or any special requirements in how he should interact with the world around them. So for example, if someone is a Kohen and goes to the cemetery, we would respect if they decide for themselves not to come too close to a graveside, but we would not demand that from them. The same is with the question, can a Cohen marry a woman who was married before, a divorced or a widow? We would say yes, because we don't think that the Kohanim status is a valid separation of one Jew from another Jew. But we know that this is a practice with more traditional Jewish circles and has caused throughout the generations quite a lot of distress, and perhaps as progressive Jews we have the obligation also by bringing healing into the community by saying this is a law of ancient old and not relevant for today, as so many other laws we have in the Torah that are only for a service within a temple structure of a religion. This is easy to say, but I want to highlight that still the Torah text gives us a very interesting idea, or something very important, what the Torah did in the past by creating a law of transition. And this is what we found in the last reading from Shira, where she read that someone with a disability was excluded from the temple service. But he was still allowed to be part, or to take part in the family life of the Kohanim, and was allowed to eat from the share that was given to the Kohanim. And we know from research that children born with a defect into a family often were just given to die by themselves, or were even murdered. Here the Torah says something. They are still not eligible to be part of the service, but they shall live. They should be nurtured as any other Cohen, as any other member of the family. So I would say that the Torah is here giving us an idea that there is progression in work can, or when we see injustice, that we need to find a balance between the one and the other. And perhaps then smoothly introduce a transition. I know this is difficult to understand, and we often would like to go a step further quicker. But one thing that perhaps this corona pandemic is teaching to all of us is that we need to give things time to work out and to change. So my hope is, from taking as a takeaway from this parasha, is that we give ourselves time, that we give the Torah time to evolve, and that we give our tradition the time to heal things where injustice is still part of our tradition. We continue with a blessing for those of our congregational family who are sick and who hopefully will be restored to their full strength of body and soul. This Shabbat we have Arthur Kruger, Claire Cohen, David Kruger, Dennis Rubin, Doreen Greenberg, Elaine Sibora Smith, Karen Bess, Lorna Kowalski, Michelle Ross, Roy Licht, Yvonne Brown, and Ty Jenks. If you have names you like to be mentioned in our service, please put them in the live chat comment of our services, or send Glynis or me a message and email on the next week so that we can include them. The prayer for Misha Berach is on page 3, 7, and 1, and please join.
Misha Berach Avotenu Makor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the souls of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Makor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Source of all being, may the children of this community learn the passion from us, love of Torah, devotion and prayer in support of the needy. May we guide with integrity, and may our leadership be in your service. May those who teach and nourish us be blessed with satisfaction. and may we appreciate their time and their devotion. Bless us with the fruit of wisdom and understanding, and may our efforts bring fulfillment and joy. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadecha be'yirah na'abod.
Amen.
We physically can't do that, and we're all looking forward to be back in the sanctuary when we really can touch the Torah scroll, when we can see the Torah scroll circled around of all of us. But for the moment, I invite you to gather with us spiritually in our ideas, in our thoughts, to return the Torah into the ark, so that we can open this ark, this treasure for all of us next Shabbat again together. It's Chaim Hi, a tree of life, is she, the Torah.
It's Chaim Hi, למחזיקים בה, בתוכיה מאושר. דרכיה דרכי נועם, וכל נתיבותיה שלום, שלום. השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה, חדש ימינו כקדם. עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה, בכל נתיבותיה שלום, שלום, שלום.
Before we continue with the concluding part of our service, some quick announcements about the upcoming program of the coming hours and days. The first one is an invitation to join us for our service this evening, a Havdalah service. You're all invited to join us as we conclude the Shabbat together. We will do that via Facebook and as a live stream on YouTube and Facebook. So if you want to join and want to share, please follow the link that has been sent out to our congregants and is also on Facebook available. Just click on it and you will be part of the Zoom session where we will together mark the transition from Shabbat into the work week. The second wonderful thing I can announce to all of you is that we will tomorrow, for Mother's Day, for all our mothers, have a wonderful session, a wonderful high tea with poems read by Gail Saul. So please join us at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 1500. Also the link here to has been sent out. It is once again a Zoom meeting which is open for everyone who wants to join. It is a moment of celebration as we have tomorrow Mother's Day. Mazal Tov to all mothers. And then on Monday evening we have the beginning of Lag BaOmer, the 33rd day of the Omer time, and you all are invited to join a quite interesting program set up by the Cape Town congregation. The link here too also was shared to all congregants and is on our website, and there will be further teasers published on social media. This is an interesting discussion with Rabbi Uri Regev, who was the former president of the World Union for Progressive Judaism, and he invites us for a discussion speaking about our connection to the state of Israel, to the modern state of Israel. And last but not least, of course, we invite you to join us also next week for our services on Friday and Saturday. We continue with Aleinu, which is to be found on page 586, the Aleinu prayer, this wonderful prayer of hope for a messianic time.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית,
שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם.
שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו, בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום השבותה, אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת עינות. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
This prayer, this Aleinu, which speaks so much of hope and the idea of a world repaired, a world where God's sovereignty is reinstated, litaken olam b'malchut Shaddai, to repair or to bring the world back into the, or under the sovereignty of the eternal, is so beautiful, and perhaps it gives us some hope, some ideas also when we now remember those who have passed on, who have contributed so much in their lives, so that we today can be together and can give a short moment to them in honor of them as we remember them. For today, we remember Peter Baker, brother of Carol Alexander. We have Ruth Spire, mother of Doris Rothenberg, Eddie Meyerowitz, grandmother of Greg Meyerowitz, David Bancroft, father of Jet Bancroft, Ernest Lewis, father of Sandra Bruins, Ray Bella Ross, mother of Michael Ross and grandmother of Warren Ross, Laurie Benjis, first husband of Helen Kaplan, father of Philippa and Zoe and Greg. We remember Sonia Kaplan, mother of Stephen Kaplan, Matthew Hart, remembered by Helen and Stephen Kaplan, Stuart McCall, husband of Diane McCall. We remember our former rabbi, Rabbi Robert Rothman, husband of Miriam and father of Jessica, K.D., and remembered by Beit David. Kate Beck, mother of Eugene and grandmother of Cassidy, Darian and Bailey. Alan Juton, father of Mark Juton and grandfather of Nathan. Mary Stringfellow, mother of Linda Hillich and grandmother of Lauren Shalem. Anita Simon, grandmother of Terence Tobin. Gillian Donninger, sister-in-law of Dr. Cyril and Pam Donninger. Rabbi Andre Ungar, the only rabbi to be deported from South Africa for his opposition to apartheid, died in New York, age 90. Yesterday was the 8th of May, the day we remembered the end of World War II 75 years ago. And the Russian Federation, actually this VE Day, the day of the victory about Nazi Germany, is commemorated today, the 9th of May. Today we remember with all of them the end of Nazi terror and all the victims of Nazi terror and the war. May never again be soon. I have now a short moment for all of you to remember those who are important to you, who have carved this world in a way that is so unique and so special, so that it is worth to spend a short moment in their memory.
יש כוכבים שאורם מגיע הצר, רק אשר הם עצמם עטו עינם. יש אנשים שזיו זכרם מאיר, כאשר הם עצמם אינם עוד
So here we are again, here in the little corner, and we'd like to thank everyone who contributed to the service: Leroy, Diane, Shira, Chaim, and the choir. So thank you all that you are part of our community. Of course, a big shout out to everyone of you in front of your own devices, of your big screens at home, or even the small phone It is wonderful that you all take part in our journey through Shabbat. Once again, a hearty invitation to join us for Havdalah, the high tea and poems tomorrow, and Lag BaOmer on Monday. If you have any comments, please put them into the live chat or send them to us as an email. We like to get your feedback. Once again, Shabbat Shalom.